ZTP Magazine World Premiere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
ZTPmagazine.com brings you a superhero? Not that Ant-Man, this Ant-Man.
Hey, what's going on? It's Antman from ZTP Mag.
And this is Antman Verses.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
I'm a rockin' and I'm a rollin'.
Antman Verses
is all about giving you the story the right way. Up close and personal, bringing you all the information about his music familia.
Antman Verses
not only gives you insight on the artist, but the life and the strive to become the artist they become.
Antman Verses.
What's going on, Music Familia? You guys know what time it is, man. Welcome to the show. It's Antman Verses. As I get this frog in my throat. Holy crap. Shit. So how you guys been, man? Welcome to the show. It is a brand new show of Antman Verses, and this is what we do here on this show, man. We bring you nothing but the best local stuff from all over the place. And we have some special people checking out the show tonight, and those people will be from ExtremeAlchemy.com, an awesome internet-based radio station that happened to want to put the Ant-Man in some slots on their radio show. So they're going to be joining the show just to see what it's about and to see how much fun we have here. So thank you guys so much for that opportunity over there at Extreme Alchemy. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And really what we're going to talk about tonight is a whole bunch of new stuff, man. We got some sponsors to take care of. We got some awesome music from all over the realms, from here, from there, to everywhere. If you guys are familiar with the show, then you guys know that what we do is we try to cover a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We try to have something for everybody. And so right now we're going to give you some new music that we've been playing and we've been trying to get out there as much as possible and get you guys set for what's about to happen here in a little bit. And coming up, we're going to talk about some douchebag criminal stuff in the 9 o'clock hour. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, though, we're going to get into, some new music stuff. We're going to talk about some clumsy shit, some stupid shit, some boring shit. I don't know. We're going to try to keep it interesting. So you guys go ahead. AntmanVS.com is a website. Head over there, top right-hand corner of all the social media right there that you need for the website. And we want to see you guys right there. So get a hold of us in the YouTube channel. In the part of the chat room, you can be part of the action. Sound off as we get into some new music right here. So I'm going to play this right off of the Dread Engine album, and this is called Reflections, and this is from Dread Engine's new album, and man, I love it, dude. I really love it. And so shout out to you guys, Dread Engine. I love you guys, and here we go. Brand new stuff, Reflections.
Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome back to the show. Thank you guys so much for being part of the action. And that was The Empty Sky. Hopefully you guys like that song right there. So, how familiar with Paramore are you guys, by chance? Just curious, because Paramore and Seether seem to be leading the rock album charts right now. And, you know, Paramore took a break for a short period of time, and I found it interesting how you can take a break for as long as they did, and then come right back and, like, bam, like right in somebody's face, you know? Paramore laughs all the way to number 1 on the Billboard's top rock albums and alternative albums charts. As After Laughter, the band's 5th studio album set, debuts atop both tallies with 67,000 equivalent album units. That's 53,000 in pure sales, ladies and gentlemen, according to the Nielsen Music lineup. So, the Hayley Williams fronted act earns its 3rd number 1 on each chart, following 2013's Paramore and 2009's Brand New Eyes album. On the Hot Rock Songs chart, more than half of the new album songs, 7 of 12, appear, led by First Signal Hard Times, and number 9, the other titles, Told You So, number 20. Rose Colored Boy, number 27. Fake Happy, number 33. Forgiveness, which is number 35. 26, which happens to be number 47. Pool, which is number 50, and concurrently, Hard Times reaches new peaks on the alternative songs and adult pop songs airplay charts at number 15 and 28, respectively. So it seems that even though, meanwhile, Seether scores its 3rd number 1 on hard rock albums as Poison the Parish, the hard rock band's 7th studio album debuts with 31,000 units. That's 30,000 in pure sales. Each of Seether's last 3 albums have now led the list, following 2014's Isolate and Medicate, and 2011's Holding On to Strings, Better Left to Fray. The new record's lead single, Let You Down, became the band's 6th number 1 on the mainstream rock songs airplay chart. And this week spends its 2nd week atop the ranking. So, I don't know how you guys feel about Seether. I don't know how you feel about Paramore. Really, honestly, both leads have great sets of songs, one way or another. But, honestly, I'm kind of torn between either the or. Like, I really am. I don't know what you guys think. We'll leave it up to you guys. If you guys are tuning in right now, you guys are tuning in to Antman Verses, and we're all going all the way till 10 o'clock. We're live in YouTube right now. Now, here's the thing. There's been a lot of people that have been asking about what we do and how we do it here. And so what you're really tuning into right now, 8 to 10 every Tuesday and every Thursday, is live on YouTube. But we record the show while we're doing it. So what we do, after the show is over, we sit down, we cut up the show, get it pieced together, and then we try to launch it at or before midnight of the end of the show. So that way, when our third shifters and all the Music Familia that don't get a chance to be live with us, just because you can't be live doesn't mean you need to be excluded. So that's what we try to do. And we put that MP3 out there, and we use SoundCloud, but you can also download it other places as well. And one of the other places, coming in a couple weeks, one of the other places you're going to be able to find us is Extreme Alchemy Radio. And those guys are really gracious enough to, just give us an opportunity over here. I mean, I was really surprised. My man, Rick Anvil from Anvil Promotions, he's a kind of a all-around great guy, bass player, but he really knows, a lot of people, and tries to put everybody, in the best spot that they can be to be able to help everybody out. So that's what we're trying to do here. And I, being in the music scene as long as I have been, I also try to promote local businesses. So if you're a local business and you're part of this and you want to be part of the action, go over to antmanvs.com, subscribe to the website, or contact me directly with the email or the phone number that's listed on the website, and we can sit down and we can discuss how you can be part of the action. You can sponsor the show. You can see how like if you look to right there to the side of the page here, right here, all these sponsors right here, these guys are all local businesses. These guys are all local people from somewhere. And it's about time for local people, so we need to start taking care of them. So commercials, visuals, live reads, this, that, the third, Antman's your man, Music Familiar Productions all the way. So make sure you guys go antmanvs.com today. But enough about me, enough about everything that we're trying to do here. I want to fill your guys' head with some positivity. So with that said, we're going to get over here. We're going to get some new, slightly new music. I'm going to go back a bit into my forte here. Great Divide. This one's from my man Matt Suarez. Hope you guys like it.
Every page has its words that are burning down, and they say every dog has its day. But every time I turn around, well, I find I stand there and say, oh, where have we all gone? Where do the good reside? This is such a misled, graceless age. When was the great divide? We walk down these streets made of cobblestones, 'cause they've been stripped of all the gold. Well, I can't help stand there and wonder, the days go of old. Oh, when did the sun start shining? When did the rain come to stay? When it comes down time to remember it, well, I hope I've forgotten the day. Such a misled, graceless age. When was the great divide? When was the great divide? When was the great divide?
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com. ZTP Magazine World Premiere.
Come back, baby. Come back, baby. Come back when you've told all the lies. Come back, woman. Come back, woman. See me with a new set of eyes. I ain't been plowing no fields, let them grow over. I ain't compelled by any green fields of clover. I've been finding lately, not a thing can save me from the icy amber abyss. I don't blame you, and I don't want to shame you, but I think it could be cured by your kiss. I ain't saying everything's changed, that I'm a new man, but if you just come on back home, do the best that I can.
For more raw, beautiful, bold, head over to ztpmagazine.com.
Ask your doctor if it's right for you. It may not work for everyone. Call your doctor if your condition worsens. Unusual changes
Conversion delay.
in your hormones,
Device.
subtle thoughts, worsening of depression, and higher risk of suicide may occur. Alcohol may increase these risks. Not approved for children under 18. They may also be increased in children, teens, and young adults. Other risks include decreases in white blood cells, increased cholesterol, weight gain, sexual disinterest or inability, priapism, drowsiness or fatigue, dizziness upon standing,
What's up, Siobhan? You're late.
I'm sorry. I had to, go
Conversion
drain
delay.
the jugs.
That was conversion delay with device. Was it your device that was holding you up? I think it was.
It was, they get in the way sometimes. They get full, and I can't help it. I got to take care of it.
You gotta take care of it.
Like, ladies, if you've ever had a kid and you breastfed or pumped, you know what I mean. Just, you know what I mean.
So we're live right now, and if you guys are part of it, you guys are checking out Antman Verses. And this is my lovely intern, Siobhan. Welcome, Siobhan, to the new show this week. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. So and we're live on Facebook right now. I'm back on Facebook. I don't think I quite missed it. I really don't, because truthfully, like, being gone, like, my phone didn't go off half as much as it does when I'm active on social media.
See, your phone goes off a lot when you have social media going.
Right.
So, like, it was very rarely going off. It was a big change.
Yeah.
Like 90% difference.
Yeah, it's a really, really big difference, deleting one piece of social media. But in deleting that piece of social media, I realized really quick how far behind you can really get. You know what I mean? Like, if you delete your social media, if you step out, if you're in a music scene or if you're in any active scene, you delete your music, you delete your Facebook, then it's like, for that moment in time, you're behind as fuck.
That's true, because
like, you have no
everything
idea,
is communicated through social media. It really has become a major part of society.
Absolutely, yeah. Social media has become an absolute piece, a cornerstone, I guess, if you will, in trying to maintain how important it is to stay in touch with somebody and all that, But in all of that, I think it was still really nice to be able to step away for a brief second.
Well, I mean, I'm not on nearly as often as you are, but there are days
I hate
at
it.
a time where
we go to business lunches all the time. Like, we do lunches all the time with people, like, and clients, and they're like, man, you're a really popular guy. And I was like, yeah, I mean, my thing is I hate staying, being in the media. My job is to be ahead or be on time. 5 minutes and I'm late. Fuck. 3 minutes and I shouldn't have even fucking showed up.
Right.
So, I mean, really, it's just timing for me. I know it's not all about, And Sam Stockdale, shout out to you from Jet Engine, man. You're on our Facebook Live, man. And if you guys want to be part of the action, you guys can join my Facebook Live, my Facebook Live
up,
crew.
Sam?
You guys can go ahead and click on that subscribe there and go right to our live chat in YouTube and be part of that if you want to join the action with that. But Sam, Sam brings a good point. It's all about how you choose to use your social media. And
very true.
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct, Sam. But I think the funny part about it is social media is a big deal, and a lot of people would say it's a big deal. But how many people, if you were to delete your social media today, how many people would reach out to you via phone or just stop by your house and be like, hey, brother, are you alive? Like, because, the police can delete your Facebook account too if you die. I'm just saying. So, I mean, it's just, it's and it's a good point, right?
I mean, it is a valid point, yes. It's true. I mean, 90% of people communicate through Facebook.
Right.
And you could be standing right next to the person that you're Facebooking. It's ridiculous. I'm old-fashioned. I prefer face-to-face conversation or over the phone. Even text messages pushing it sometimes for me.
You know, and my biggest thing with it, like, so somebody noticed, and I want to point this out. I'm not gonna name him. I'm not gonna put him under the bus or anything stupid like that. Like, that's not how we roll in this bus. But wheels of the bus go round and round. Sorry, couldn't help it. Anyway,
short bus.
Yeah. Anyway, so hey, I am the master of my own short bus. Anyway, so. You know, this one person reached out as soon as he realized that he couldn't find me. He actually reached out. He went to my website and found my business phone number and texted that motherfucker and was
That's
like,
dedication.
Yo, are you dead? Like, and not so many words. And this person knows who he is, so shout out to him. Thank you so much. And Sam, you know, touche, Sam. This is the age of technology. Our world is changing. So and he's right. The everyday walk down the street, hey neighbor, how you doing, doesn't happen anymore. It happens on my block only because we have some pretty awesome neighbors.
Right.
But in real hindsight, you know, if somebody looks angry, if they got a grumpy look on their face, the likelihood you're gonna walk up and be like, "So, how you doing, bro?" is very slim. And I mean, and you typically, you know, I still use the yes ma'am, no ma'am, common courtesy thing. I try to use that.
The looks you get, the looks you get from people when you do that, it's actually really kind of funny. Sometimes I find it amusing.
It gets quite interesting when you. I'm an '80s kid, man. I'm sorry. Like, and I have respect and I have manners, and I'm a grown ass man, and I know right from wrong. And I'm sorry, but if I disrespect somebody, or if I know I'm doing it. Like, I know so those people that are like, I didn't know I was doing. Like, no, dude, for real. Like, it's all about presence. It's all about being real. It's all about, you know, and that's what I love about music, and I love about the musicians. You know, and I love about, like, the whole industry because, dude, there's nothing realer than a motherfucking artist. Nothing.
It's true.
Nothing. Like,
There's not.
I have not met. Now, I've met my share of artists and musicians who have big heads and big, you know, whatever, and like to beat themselves on the chest. But then I find myself going towards the company that is less like that. I like the being able to go to the show, hang out, have a great time. There's no BS, you know, and I think music scene as a whole has gotten the big picture. I know times are changing and I know things are, but you know, the bands and the musicians and the artists are held to such a hard standard, man. Like, you not only have to write new music, but you gotta focus on the next venue. You gotta write new music, maintain a presence in social media, be relevant, be on top.
And you also got to be a promoter at the same time, because, I mean, yes, the venues are going to promote you somewhat, but they just don't do it the way they used to, or I don't know. It seems like I don't see as much promotion for bands as I used to.
You know, it's not the bands that aren't doing promotion and stuff like that.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Right. I think you're right. And, you know, Sam, you know, brings up another point, you know, like, I'll let you go ahead there, Siobhan.
So Sam says, we can use social media to bridge gaps versus drive wedges. Polite behavior should be expected digitally and in the flesh.
Hey,
I totally agree, Sam.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right, 100%. So, you know, I want to shout out right now to ExtremeAlchemyRadio.com. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Melissa and all the boys and girls over there, we love you guys. Thank you so much for picking up Antman VS and what we do over here. We really appreciate it. A couple other sponsors. Columbus Botanical Depot. Joe, my man Joe over there, Columbus Botanical Depot, 614-407-4420. Go ahead, give my man a call, or go to cbdhemphealth.com. Give my man Joe some love. And if you guys have been wondering, I've had a lot of people ask me about my man Ryan Woods. He does all my graphic design work. He makes me look sexy. If it wasn't for Ryan, I wouldn't be able to look as pretty as I do. So thank you so much, man. And I want to have you guys go over, check them out, designsbyraw.com. That's designs with a Z, designsbyraw.com. Or give them a call, 614-425-7901. Go ahead, give them a call over there. And all the boys and girls over at ztbmagazine.com, I love you guys. Ashley, Brian, Craig, and everybody, I love you guys. And Jeremy, my man, thank you so much for all your advice. John Payne as well, thank you so much from Payne Productions. As you guys look, if you're looking at my Facebook Live or you are checking out the YouTube, you guys can see the awesome photography work that was donated by Payne Productions to Music Familia Productions. Beautiful work, man. And this stuff like decorates the entire studio. So if you guys have any of your art or local business, you guys want to be part of the action or sponsor or have your commercials played on our station, definitely get in touch with us. Go to antmanvs.com and be part of the action. And, we have a brand new studio now, so we have room on our couch. So we want to let the bands know and the musicians, we're not going to do the live performances in the studio. This is more VH1 storytellers. This is more intimate. We want to get to know the artists and the musicians and the local people. And with that said, my man Ray Shank is in the chat room on Facebook with me. I'm working on a sponsorship here, so shout out to Mountain Dew Green Label because I drink you guys all the time.
It's just because you don't want to have to buy them anymore. They're getting expensive.
It's getting pricey. It is.
It's like my Starbucks addiction.
Your Starbucks addiction is fucking ridiculous.
It's just because they're so damn expensive. And they're so damn expensive because it's good fucking coffee. And
Hey,
you don't drink coffee, so
I
you
don't
don't
drink
get
coffee,
it. But
so I don't
coffee,
get it, so I don't wanna hear
coffee
it.
drinkers know what I mean. Like, it is good fucking coffee.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they got other shit, too.
Well, yeah, we do, definitely. But, what we're going to do, man, we're going to get into some new music here. I'm going to jump off of Facebook. I'll let you guys go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this in here in the meantime on my Facebook Live so you guys be part of that. There's a YouTube channel right there. You guys can jump over to YouTube and join us right now. We're going to get into some new music. All right, guys, what we're going to do right now, we're going to get into some new music the way Antman loves to do it, and you have no idea how much I love this next band. Now, they're working on sending me the rest of their music, so that's going to be fun and exciting to see the rest of the album and see how everything changes, and I can't wait to have this. And this one is new, and it's Not Your Superman, and this is from Grindhouse right here.
Stirring up shit. Right at your roadblock, better throw another fit.
love that Grindhouse. Oh man.
Love Grindhouse. Good guys.
Not your Superman. Sorry, man. I was like on the couch, like up on the. I was like, "Argh!" Like, oh, it was. Anyway, so Siobhan, you have this very special moment that you would love to share with the Music Familia, and a love bomb for ISIS.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Catches your attention, right?
It does. It does.
So the Royal Air Force writes love from Manchester on a bomb for ISIS. Isn't that sweet?
Oh.
So, and there you go. There you see it. The British are sending a powerful message to ISIS terrorists in the form of a Royal Air Force bomb, which is adorned with a handwritten note that says, "Love from Manchester."
So, have they dropped it yet? Is my question.
Let me see here. Not yet. But they, of course, don't really give any information as to when they will, because, that's
Oh man.
kind of going to break military strategy.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of
But,
course.
yeah, so the photos of the munition emerged on social media on Thursday and were later confirmed by RAF officials and the Ministry of Defense. The sentiment of the message written on the weapon is understandable, and such writings have history in the RAF, so the individual concerned will not be taken to task, a military source told the Telegraph. The laser-guided Paveway 4 bomb, Roman numerals, not my best friend, is expected to be dropped on ISIS forces in the Middle East after being loaded onto a British jet at the RAF. The outlet reports. Excuse me.
So the best part about this is,
soon, probably, hopefully.
I hope it makes news. Like, I hope the pilot posts on his Instagram or Twitter or something. Like, wouldn't that be some dong? What was that? Are you breaking shit?
No, I had to move it down. I'm short.
What's your next story?
Well, rushing me right along there, aren't you?
No, absolutely not. I was just kidding. So, the awesomeness about dropping a bomb on somebody's country is realizing that, you never know. That's kind of, you think that the pilot did that? Who do you think's responsible?
I mean, there's always that one guy. So that one guy, obviously, but and who knows, because of what happened and because of what it was, I don't know. I mean, maybe it was a group effort. Realistically, I mean, that could have been a group effort, and they're like, "Hey, you got the best handwriting. You write it."
You're right.
I mean,
I got manmanship.
Yeah, you do.
I got manmanship.
You're beyond doctor.
I know that I can read my writing, but I am not responsible for if the intern or anybody else responsible for said the writing after I write it is sorry. I'm not responsible for it. Oh man. So if you guys are joining us right now, you guys are checking out antmanvs.com.
Did you forget your name there for a second?
I did. Well, no, because I opened up. I'll tell you what happened. I opened up my social media and I noticed that the radio station mentioned us in a thing already. 19 minutes ago.
I see that.
So when I opened up my feed and I seen that, I shit my drawers. I was like, ooh, change of pants. I got excited. There's something exciting about when the word spreads about your work. When you're doing something great, when people want to tune in and be part of the action, and people come to you, and it's pretty awesome.
It's the one way that people talking about you behind your back is actually a good thing.
Right. To my other point. So you guys know that over my course of break, I took a social media break, and I stayed on Instagram a little bit, and I was on Twitter a little bit, but I didn't really post much. I stayed off to the sidelines quite a bit. But when I got back on Facebook, I went from 2,896 friends down to 1,426. I cut 1,400 people from my friends list.
It's a lot of people.
And one of my friends got kind of particularly upset with me about it, and he was like, I don't understand why, you cut 1,400 people. You're trying to build a brand. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would do that. My response was, well, it's simple. If those 1,400 people don't like, share, communicate, compare, show any interest in, or do anything with me or anything tied to my social media, why stare at your name every day when realistically you don't even pop up in my feed? Because you think about it, when you get to a certain number of people, there's a certain number of people that just don't get seen anyway.
That's true. Absolutely. When you have that many people, if you don't have them set to actually pop up in your feed, and even if you set everybody to do that, and it's, you have that many friends, it's not possible.
Right. And then you start losing out on the important things, and you start getting away from the important people and the important, because, they're like, to Sam's point earlier when he mentioned in our Facebook Live feed, powered by Extreme Alchemy Radio by chance. But anyway, they, you do. I mean, not only there's a right way and a wrong way to use social media, and I think
Absolutely.
I think when my break and in that, you realize really who your friends are and stuff like that, who reaches out, and you realize to a certain point, like, a bunch of these people have my phone number, a bunch of people make assumptions and whatever. Make accusations, and assumptions are like assholes. They make it, and everyone has one, and not to mention, assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Right.
So, I mean, really, the truth is, like, any drama, any BS, whatever, you have to just be like, go to that person and be like, yo.
I mean, that's my preference. I've always been one of those people, like, if you have an issue, tell me to my face. We might duke it out, but we'll solve it one way or another.
Right. And there's definitely a right way and a wrong way when you come at people, a certain way, and it's, when you assume one thing, you don't even know, like, a whole side of the story. You know what I mean? And I think that goes hand in hand with the bands, and that goes with the music scene and stuff like that, and word of mouth. And professional courtesy and all of it. I mean, it all comes full circle.
Right.
You know what I mean? What do you think the biggest thing? Because, you have been in the music scene yourself as a fan more times than on this side, correct?
That's true.
Okay, so from a fan, what do you think the music scene is lacking?
It's not just lacking one thing. It's lacking small pieces in different areas, but those pieces together create a larger problem. So, I mean, there are several issues. There's the issue of not as many venues as there used to be. There's the issue of not the venues that there are not necessarily in great ideal locations. There's the issue of people who, would love to go to a show, don't necessarily have money because they have bills to pay, or they have to buy food for their kids, or, there are multiple reasons why. And, and then there's just the issue of, in general, that a lot of our local bands are no longer with us.
I think it's making a turnaround, though. There's a lot of bands that are making valiant effort.
It is starting to make a turnaround.
I think the venues are really hard on. I don't mean to be. Look, I know that it all comes around full circle, and I know there's an important point to it all. You know what I mean? But nobody has found that mystical code, and like, it's a very hit and miss kind of a game, and so, I mean. I've heard from some bands that
Jeff says lacking the major bands getting back to how they started. Major bands should do some more smaller venue shows.
How about, what do you think, Jeff? Like free shows, or you think maybe my big debate is like, okay, so free shows, but I understand the bands have to get paid, okay?
Right.
But here's the thing. Now, I'm not a musician, so forgive me, musicians and artists. Forgive me, I don't understand all how it goes, but I want to understand because I want to try to help the bands and the musicians. This is the whole point behind this. I'm trying to figure out how it originally was way back, and I thought that it was a free show to the public. They didn't pay cover. The bands had the following, excuse me. The bands had the following, so the following, which was the crowd, came, and then that was what the money was, and then at the end of the night, the band got paid, I thought.
I mean, yeah, it used to be basically that.
And I never knew where the line got crossed. I never knew when shit hit the fan, when shit changed. I don't know when all that changed. Maybe when copyright and all that fun jazz, like everything that artists and musicians use to protect them ultimately might have bit them in the ass. I don't know, but I feel like I see more and more that venues don't want to pay the artists.
Jocelyn says bands not using local bands to do opens. Larger bands should do smaller venues at a lower cost.
This is true. I think the bigger bands who have the bigger following not necessarily should do a free show in the larger pop areas. And I say pop like population, meaning like they're heavy hitter spots, because there's bands like that could play here, and for instance at the Alrosa, and then go to Detroit and play, Algora or someplace crazy up in Detroit or Grand Rapids, wherever, man. Like, and so I mean, I don't know. It's gotten crazy. I try not to stick my nose in it, man, but the reality of it is that we just need to get back to, on my end of it, I just want to get back to basics. I want to get back to supporting local music. I want to get back to supporting local businesses. I want to start paying it forward with people. And I think that's, I think it's hard to believe. Again, with the manners and the respect, I think a lot of people are like, damn, no way. It's really going to happen. Somebody's going to do it. Oh my God. Like, and I don't know, man. I'm not going anywhere. Like, everybody, I don't want to just be here for now. I want to be here forever. And when I mean that, I mean, I don't want, it's not about me and my name. It's about what we leave behind for somebody else to pick up and carry on. You're supposed to want more for your children, right?
Exactly.
Right. All right, well, without that, we're going to go and get into some new music here. And I don't know, folks. I have so much music to choose from, and I always try to figure it out. And I got something really old for you guys, and this is pretty fucking old. This is old school Boba Flex. And this is the reason being is because Boba Flex is a huge influence on my life. So shout out to you guys. But I think they're going to be mad at me for playing this, but I don't care. I love you guys. Here's some Boba Flex old school.
Suffocating babies! There we go! You mama! It was trying to stop the streets like an ad-walker! Advice from the white hater! You wanna save the country? Kill all the teenagers! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! I strike like witch Richard Pryor's afro on fire. I get Molly Hop, my pentagram is live wired. I'm a liar, I'm a cheat, I'm a filthy-handed thief. Fuck your life, fuck your beliefs. I'm a dragon, free fire thing. It's like the kraken, your skin starts to blacken. So raise your fist if you'll piss around my tongue. Look to the sky and you'll see God is gone. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up.
One of the last things that I remember before I shut my eyes, a couple things that I said didn't come out right. We got hope for being forgiven for things that are both far and wide. That smile that I saw lingered and left me with your softer side. If I could spend a minute, baby, nothing instead of tearing it all down. I find the facts to radiate me. You're screaming now, whoa, whoa. Just like the night train, your vibrations bring your noise again. So my heart went drumming like rocks against my window pane. So I just spent the night in silence, strange how low I can go. I spent the night in silence, strange how low I can go. I spent the night in silence, strange how low I can go. And you're all smoke now. Your eyes are wrapped in subtlety from all the thoughts behind them. Your bed is cluttered up and covered in candle wax. Breathe uneasy, baby, see the rise and fall of your chest. My book is all regrets, with absolutely no sense to it. Your heart feels overwhelmed, but see it's close to your skin. There's nothing that I said could have turned you to this. Whoa, your hope is gone. The silence sings a different song. I guess it's what I want. It's what I want. So I spent the night in silence, strange how You've been walking on eggshells with your eggs in a basket. Every cell is under a microscope. Every step that you take, you just get further away from turning back. That you are in command and you won't slip a little slip through your hands and let it all break and shatter everywhere. There's no giving up, but you never start what you finish. Before you know it, it is gone. But it's what you want. You're committed and you'll still be here when everything is done. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, you've been waking up slowly every day from a nightmare. A grotesque collage is in your head. Never think that I could be further behind you. The spirit you forgot, which your life to which I see you like, so it doesn't really matter. You're stuck on track and you only want it faster. Now there's no giving up, but you never start what you finish. Before you know it is gone. But it's what you want. You're committed and you'll still be here when everything is you have an artist's mind, but you do betray your kind. You have a lover's eyes, looking for a perfect sign. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A cup of coffee every day and a social cigarette at night. Small addictions aren't a big deal. Every sorry excuse, it's more and more like the feels. And pretty soon you'll be a lost cause. And even if you tried, you probably couldn't stop. Because in the end, this is all you've done. There's no giving up, but you never start what you finish. Before
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome back to the show. Hanging out with Antman and Siobhan. What's going on, chick?
Not too much.
So, we've been hanging out, chatting in the chat room a little bit back and forth, and it seems like we're talking before the break about, you know, local music and music in general and bands trying to get out there and be heard and such and so forth. And there's been a lot of chatter in the chat room. Hopefully you guys have had an opportunity to check out the chat room. If not, then go over to antmanvs.com. Check out the right-hand corner for all the social media right there. Grab the YouTube, click subscribe. And every Tuesday and Thursday, you guys can be part of the action 8 to 10. And special thanks to Extreme Alchemy Radio for picking us up and carrying us even further. Thank you guys so much for doing what you do over there. ZTBmagazine.com. Shout out to you guys, Jeremy Moore, all the boys and girls over there. Ryan Woods, Raw Designs. Columbus Botanical Depot, my man Joe. Go ahead and give them a call over there. And World of Photography, I want to give them a shout out tonight as well. They are they buy, sell, and trade photography equipment of all sorts and all shapes and all sizes. And they're right here in Columbus, but they have a website. They're just a small little shop. Well, I won't say small, but I mean it's in the cut. It's in the, not to go all like hood on you for a minute or nothing, but I mean it's in the cut. Like you gotta take a couple turns to get to it, but go ahead and give them a call, man. World of Photography. At least call them, check them out, man. Any photographers out there, anybody who's tuning into the show that wants reasonably priced stuff, like I really swear by these guys. 614-824-5047. Tell them Antman from Antman Verses sent you, and who knows, something might happen for you. I don't know. I hope one day somebody can actually reach out to me and be like, dude, by using your name, I got explanative. Like, I hope like I do something that good one day. I just want to do something really good for somebody one day. That's all I want to do.
It'll happen eventually.
Speaking of doing things for people, what do you got, Siobhan?
So, there was a No Guys Allowed screening of Wonder Woman, and fanboys are furious.
Dude, I would be totally not happy about this at all.
I mean, I get it because I am truly a comic book geek. I totally get where they're coming from, but I get the other side of it of being at an all-female event as well. So a gender-based injustice involving the new Wonder Woman flick has some DC comic fans crying foul. Fanboys are livid. They weren't invited to a woman-only screening of the superhero movie at Alamo Drafthouse in Austin, Texas. Alamo Drafthouse announced its No Guys Allowed screening on Wednesday night, a week ahead of the highly anticipated film's release. The theater added that everyone from venue staff to projectionist to cutlery would be female, and outraged internet trolled immediately. So, excuse me. Like, I think it's funny. Like, I find it amusing that they get that upset over it.
Because she doesn't look anything like... She's so far from what the Wonder Woman...
And that's kind of my point. Like, if
it's disgusting how far from it is that she really is.
If in fact they cast, and now I haven't seen it, obviously haven't seen it yet, had some other things going on, whatnot. But and honestly, I'll be quite frank, I think it's out, but I'm not even sure, because that's how far out of things I am with my personal life going on. But if she had been cast as a woman that more accurately depicted Wonder Woman, then I would be a little more understanding of their, grief about it. But,
Right, I'm with Jocelyn. I'm with Jocelyn. You see that shit? Look at this. Look at this. See it? She's got the THO in her armor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's totally ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not okay at all. Like, oh God. See, this is my thing about.
And the shield looks like a dartboard. I'm just saying. It looks like a dartboard.
Yeah.
It looks like something you made in woodshop class. You know who she looks like? She looks like Xena, warrior princess.
I was gonna say she looks like glorified Xena.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually,
her hair's more
totally.
Her hair's more white trashy.
I was gonna say she's just a glorified Xena. Like her props are better.
She woke up on the better side of the trailer park trash bed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much. I don't know. Like I said, haven't seen it yet.
Freaking crazy.
But I think it's funny though that the fanboys got so upset about it. Like, it's the reality is that it is a very empowering movie for women. So. It's not surprising they would do something like that.
You guys checking out right now Antman Verses every Tuesday, 8 to 10. And we have special sponsors that are tuning in tonight. Extreme Alchemy Radio. The owners and operators of that station are tuning in tonight. Thank you guys so much, man. We had a chance to check out your website, and we cannot wait to kick off this brand new endeavor adventure. It's gonna be fun as fuck. I can't wait. Oh, speaking of things you didn't know, so you guys know I'm a freak. I'm like a fact freak, and I come across this thing, a whole thing of things you didn't know, and the song with the most versions on the U.S. Hot 100 is Unchained Melody, which is charted with 9 different performers. Les Baxter, Al Hibbler, The Righteous Brothers, Roy Hamilton, June Valley, Vito and the Salutations, The Sweet Inspirations, and Heart. So, I don't know, some of you oldies out there that are tuning in, some of you guys, seasoned vets who are into some of the music and stuff like that. And something else I cover on this day, you guys have been checking out during the show, you guys have seen the This Day in Music, sponsored by Columbus Botanical Depot. And, I tossed those out during the show. But I also am a huge fan of the Beatles. And I come across this today. In 1966, the Beatles recorded Yellow Submarine at Abbey Road Studios in London. Recovering from a base of food poisoning, producer George Martin missed this recording. EMI engineer, looks like Jeff Emmerich, worked on the session. The track features John Lennon blowing bubbles in a bucket of water, shouting, "Full speed ahead, Mr. Captain." So, funny story about the Abbey Road Studios. So, I graduated here locally in Columbus, Ohio from a broadcasting school that changed its name. And we're not going to talk about them because I no longer am associated with them. So, long story. Anyway. And, you give me that face every time.
Because I know you're just dying to say what you're not saying.
I've never told the story. I've never told it. Nobody knows why. They just know that a very big name in that corner stands just up and went poof, gone. And so, whatever. It is what it is. Like, I had to do what I had to do. So, but I totally lost my train of thought. See, that's what you do to me. I'm just kidding. So, you guys, have you guys heard or know of the rapper known as Rockwell? Well, he arrested for hitting a staffer in a sandwich throwdown.
Sandwich throwdown?
Yep. It looks like the guy who sang the hit "Somebody's Watching Me" got dragged out of his house in handcuffs for allegedly fighting with his housekeeper. Law enforcement told us today that the housekeeper called the cops Thursday afternoon to report Rockwell had hit her. The fight was apparently over lunch. We're told that she claims the one-hit wonder got pissed because she didn't make a sandwich quick enough at his Venice, California home. According to our sources, she told police she wanted to make a citizen's arrest on her boss, who's, by the way, Barry Gordon's son, just for the record. And Rockwell is being booked for misdemeanor battery and remains in custody. Translation, someone's watching now for sure. Oh, man. Hey, did you guys see the latest on Chris Cornell? So they did the information, the autopsy, and did all that stuff. And the funeral is actually, if I'm not mistaken, it was Friday. So Chris Cornell had apparently taken more than Ativan before hanging himself, because we have officially learned that there were fresh track marks on his arm when his body was discovered in the Detroit hotel room. Sources connected to the investigation tell us the track marks were obvious. The singer had a history of using drugs. The toxicology test will reveal what drugs were found in Chris's system. The new information is consistent with our story that Ted Keedick, Chris's longtime house engineer and tour manager, said Chris seemed, quote, high and fucked up, end quote, during the concert hours before his death. Chris's wife has said her husband had told her he took an extra Ativan or two. And, that, again, when we had the show on Tuesday, we talked about, one of my closest friends and one of my biggest fans of the show told me, shared with me, as he got emotional about it, in telling me that, Chris Cornell and Soundgarden was, the soundtrack of his life. And it was pretty devastating to him that somebody so influential had skeletons in his closet.
Right.
I think it's one of those things that it's pretty powerful. I think it's something that a lot of people ignore. And I think the epidemics are getting way, way out of hand. I know here in the local communities, I know heroin is becoming quite the affordable drug. And I myself, I've been clean for 3 years, so I know what it takes to get clean, and it's no joke. It's just,
you should probably specify that it wasn't heroin.
It wasn't
since
heroin.
You jumped from heroin to
I
that.
did. I did. Because I do that. That's what happens with energy drinks.
You do.
I do.
You're like the worst case of ADHD ever, and then
Squirrel.
you add 100 to it.
No, but I got injured and I was on a bunch of scripts, and the workers' comp got a hold of my case, and doctors just wrote script after script after script after script. And I got up to about 2,800 milligrams a day, and it gets overwhelming, man. And I hit my wall. And my wall took me down 3 suicide attempts, and over 40 days consecutively checking myself into an establishment to get clean. And nobody forced me to do that.
Right.
Nobody was like, Antman, fucking do this. And nobody rode in that car with me. Nobody was on that road. And so I look at it like, if I can do it, I think anybody can do it, because I truthfully at that moment didn't have anybody, but knew I needed to do something. So if you're that person and you're listening to this and you can hear my voice, you need to just reach out to somebody, man. There's always somebody, and if not, and you hear me, then reach out to me, motherfucker.
Right.
I'll take that couple minutes and talk to your ass for sure. But I have a lot of friends that are addicts or that are trying to get clean right now and are having some struggles and some battles, and just to let you guys know, man, we're here for you. All of us are here
Absolutely.
for you, and you guys can reach out to us anytime you guys need. But
And Jocelyn says, we don't treat mental illness correctly, and people do what they can to self-medicate, which is completely true. and then we just throw them all in jail and don't treat the addiction or underlying cause. And also very true. Our jails are full of people who are in there for pot and things like that, and not murderers and the ones that should be.
I don't know. I'm by far nobody's judge or executioner or however you wanna
Right.
put that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like it's important to, I don't know, man, realize what you have in front of you, like. And one of my friends who has actually just recently gotten sober, she's actually tuning into the show tonight from rehab. So I just want to shout out to her as well. She's going to be in rehab for some time. But I didn't know that, and like this person's not allowed on social media because they're in cleanup. So, I think she's like sneaking to listen to the show tonight. So I'm not going to try to get her in any trouble at all. But,
yeah, no kidding.
But keep on pushing, girl. Hopefully you see the light on the end of the tunnel with that.
Well, I mean, technically, to help her cause, like, technically, it's not social media, it's YouTube.
Right.
So, I mean, technically, it's not actually social media. If she does get caught.
Tell him you're going to the school at YouTube.
Tell him it's therapy.
Yeah, this is therapy.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
Absolutely.
Who'd have thought? You guys, on a bright note, though, seriously, man, Columbus Botanical Depot has all your CBD needs, man, and CBDHempHealth.com is where it's at. Call my man Joe if you want to get direct contact, 614-407-4420. That address is CBDHempHealth.com, or write him an email, columbusbotanicaldepot@gmail.com. Write them an email, tell them your concerns. I'll have Siobhan put it in the Dropbox and subscribe there in the chat room. You can be part of that right there. And you can get a hold of Joe for all your needs. I'll have her put his phone number and everything in there for you guys as well, so you can be part of that. And let all your friends know and stuff like that. And it's totally confidential, totally legal. Keyword, legal. You're not going to get in any trouble. Don't worry, folks. I would not send you to something that's totally going to send you to prison or to jail or anything like that. Because, well, what would be the fun in that? So we're going to get into some new music here right real quick. We got Douchebag Criminals coming up to close the show. It's about 9:35. We got about 40 minutes or so. And then we're going to be out the door. So we're going to get to your guys' awesome music and get into some of this. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, Jocelyn, Jeff, Rick, all you guys, and Extreme Alchemy Radio. Shout out to you guys, ZTV Magazine, coolcockwhiskey.com/store to take your shot today with Cool Cock Whiskey. And let's see, what do you want to hear? What are you in the mood for, Siobhan?
How about something whimsical? See what you pull out for that. Oh, yeah. I know. I'm a pain in the ass. It's what I do.
Rave for the Forest, Frogger.
Please take me away from this place to a time when the world embraced the beauty of love at first sight. My heartbeat is growing, I think I just might run through the streets without looking both ways. The cars will start honking, that thought is my game. I don't have a worry or care in this world. I just wanna reach you and call you my girl. So spare me a second in time. I know that you see me and want to be mine. We can't be afraid of the thing they call love. The glow in our eyes should be more than enough to run through the streets without looking both ways. The cars will start honking, but Frogger's my game. I don't ever worry or care in this world. I just wanna reach you and call you I've got your attention, you know you've got mine. Our fingers are sweaty, we're stopping the time. And I can't think of anywhere that I'd rather be. Please tell me you believe before we run through the streets without looking both ways. The cars will start honking, but Frogger's my game. I don't ever worry or care in this world. I just wanna reach you and call you my girl. Run through the streets without looking both ways. The cars will start honking, but Frogger's my game. I don't ever worry or care in this world. I just wanna reach you and call you my girl. You took us away from this place, and love at first sight we embraced. We don't ever worry or care in this world. I finally reached you, you're my only girl.
How's that for whimsical?
Not too bad.
Yeah?
Well done.
Right on.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Right on. So, you guys heard about the Manchester bombing. We were doing a previous story about that earlier. But it turns out Katy Perry, Lorde, Chainsmokers all have one thing in common, and that's that they all say that the show will go on after the Manchester bombing. And these guys are not bowing to the terrorists because they're fully committed to performing in England this weekend with an asterisk. Let's just put it that way. They're all performing at the BBC Radio #1's big weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and all have pledged to take the stage as planned. Here's the rub. 50,000 people are expected to attend, and the fan base is young, similar to the crowd at the Ariana Grande's ill-fated concert. Our sources say that various teams representing the artists are working with the venue to ramp up security in a huge way. We're talking about security of the likes we've never seen before for just a simple concert. We're talking about TSA-type security, people.
So, like, body scanners and pat-downs
Yeah,
and
that's
shit?
what they're debating it as we speak.
Wow. I mean, I get it.
We're told security was heavy at red alert level.
Damn.
But it pales in comparison to the new plan keeping the venue and the crowd safe. The change is worldwide. Our sources say that AEG and Live Nation have lunged into action after the Manchester bombing and are in the process of creating a security plan that of the likes of which have never been implemented at concert venues before. Some artists have canceled over the next few days out of respect, obviously. But we found no one who's backing out of future concert dates, and they're not backing out due to security concerns either, other than Ariana, who understandably has put her shows on hold because she's reeling from the attack. She's still having a really hard time. Sources say that she's been secluded in her room at oftentimes PTSD-type symptoms of crying uncontrollably, and she's actually going to try to seek some counseling. She's also further canceled the rest of her world tour.
Wow. I mean, I get that though. Like, I would imagine, and obviously I'm not her and I don't know her, I've never met her, but I would imagine that in some way she kind of feels guilt over it because it was her concert that it happened at. And I would imagine, I know if it were me, I would feel semi-responsible because if not for me having a concert in that location at that time, it wouldn't have happened to those people.
Yeah. It's changed the way I look at going to shows.
Yes.
And for those of you like who know, like I'm an avid Second Amendment person, and I myself have my concealed carry. And there's venues that don't allow firearms, and I'm a 50-50 on that fence. I feel like I understand the dangers, I understand the stresses, but I also went to class, and that's what you go to school for. That's what you go.
Right.
That's what you go to classes for.
I didn't get it because it looks cool. I got it because I know how to use it.
And I didn't get it from my trailer park neighbor who wrote it on a piece of paper.
Still got the serial numbers, don't worry.
Yeah, right. But I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna go get my CCW. Oh, this dude. Oh, this guy I know. Or, oh, this guy. I'm like, man, for real, just do yourself a favor. Spend the money. Go on Groupon, dude, and search concealed CCW, and you'll find a bunch of deals. But don't go to somebody. Make sure you go to license registry. Like, seriously, don't be stupid.
Right.
So speaking of don't be stupid, have you guys heard or seen the video that they're talking about with Trump and his wife, where she like swats his hand away?
Oh yeah.
And I believe we were talking about that Tuesday.
We did talk about it on Tuesday, but I'd love to talk about it again. That shit was hilarious.
So, everybody's like, what's really going on, in their marriage? And, he's married to his Slovenian-born former model wife, Melania. And public scrutiny has obviously followed them since they've taken office. And it's long before they moved into the White House. Regular figures of the tabloids, the power couple has dealt with everything from public lawsuits to accusations of gold digging and infidelity. And when the Donald finally pulled the trigger on his long-threatened presidential run, things only intensified. It turns out that Melania's modeling photos were used in crass attack ads from political competitors, even... Every public appearance, turns out, and campaign speech that she gave was put under a microscope, even once resulting in an embarrassing what is that? Plagiarism? Yeah, plagiarism.
Yeah, plagiarism.
Yeah,
from Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
remember?
right.
Yeah.
And at the time of this writing, nothing personal, of course, but a Twitter account liked a tweet that included disparaging remarks about her marriage and the infamous GIF of her frowning at her husband's inauguration. I think you remember that as well.
Oh, no, I never saw that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Only time's going to tell if this relationship can withstand such public scrutiny, but there are things that clue us in as to what got them to this point. So there's a lot of things leading up to it, man, and I think the video. I think there's gonna be a lot more to come. The bigger the Trump head, the bigger the chance the failed marriage. Now, unless we end up in a third world war with Korea.
Oh God, I hope not.
They're testing those missiles, boy.
Yeah, but they're not exactly brilliant, so hopefully we're good.
Jocelyn says, if you aren't carrying to kill but to protect, then there's no issues. See, exactly. Now, here's the thing. Now, the same person carrying said gun should not be in said bar, said drinking.
True.
Let's be clear. And you shouldn't even have it on you. It shouldn't be in your car. It shouldn't be anything. Shout out to Birdman, by the way.
I was just gonna say, what's up, Bird?
What's going on, Bird? Hope all is well with you, my man. Hope you're feeling better. We missed your ass. But Bird has been handling family business, man. Shout out to you and the fam and Yo and everybody. Hope everybody's well with you. But so there's definitely more to the story with Trump and Melania, and I think we're gonna find out in the next. Well, before he's out of office. He might be divorced.
I don't know. I mean, they're talking about impeaching him, and depending on how quickly that happens.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Man, I don't know. I'm still, in a way, shocked he even became president, so we'll see.
Speaking of, I got something for you right here. I'm going to get you up off that ass a little bit. Something that you wouldn't even expect to hear on my show.
Oh, really?
Yep. You are there. And this is from...
Agreed, Jocelyn. Not fast enough.
Aw. From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
about that? Some Kevlar for you guys right there. Some hardcore stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going on, Siobhan? You hanging out this evening, having fun?
Yep, having some fun. I just have to throw this in real quick. So I saw an article as I was browsing while we were listening to those tunes, and apparently there's a nail artist who has decided that the fidget spinner should be created as a nail design.
Yeah.
And so that happened. What the hell?
That's freaking awesome, though.
I mean, the dedication, the little video it showed of her making it, like, props to you for the dedication to your work, but fuck, man, really?
You think you started out with a fucking Rubik's Cube?
I don't know.
How? I mean,
I guess. And they have a, like, advanced one now for adults, basically. It's called the Infinity Cube, and it's basically, like, a better version of the spinner.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Is that what that article you were looking at? The dude's hand looked like it was just zipping around.
Oh yeah, like it, and they're like it's supposed to improve focus and things like that. And I get that, like I could see how that could be the case, relieve stress and anxiety. It's kind of like stress ball, and it's that whole having something to do with your hand. That's really all it is.
So you
sit here and play with the headphone cord,
Yeah, but you were sitting here. You used to be a smoker, and I've noticed that there's like smokers have that little tick too, where they have to fidget, move. So that might actually help somebody who's trying to quit smoking, possibly.
That's definitely a possibility. Something for you to do with your hands.
Yeah,
I know that was and that's true. When I quit smoking, I drank a little more when I quit smoking because. It's that motion.
It's funny you drank a little more, like. Yeah. So do you guys know anything about CBD? You guys hear me talk a lot about it. Siobhan, you've recently, like within the last year, I would say the year, like you've actually had more experience with it.
Right.
What's your take on it so far?
I think it's great. I think that if you find what works for you, it's a great product and it's completely and totally worth the money. It's just like all things, nothing that's good is cheap and nothing that's cheap is good. It's the same principle for that, but I swear by it. I use CBD every single day, and I have chronic pains that are fairly insufferable otherwise. And, I function because I have to, but this helps me function a lot better.
A lot of the health nuts that I know that listen to the show have been asking me questions, I guess one of the biggest things is, like, does this show up in the drug test? I'm like, dude, like, this is 2017, bro. Like, not everything revolves around urine tests and hair tests and all that stuff, man. But no, like the best part about this is it's fully traceable from seed to shelf. So you can see it, feel it, experience it. You can do all of that stuff, and see it from harvest, extract, import, test, third-party test, convert, formulate, distribute. Those are the 8 steps that basically contribute to the whole process for CBD and all that fun jazz. But a lot of people have been trying it soon. Like, a lot of people are going to Joe, and I ran Dave. He's like, man, that fucking shit changed my life. And so I don't know, man. I try not to like promote or commercialize shit. I only try to stand by what I know I would use or what I use. So with that being said, I would definitely advocate for CBD for Columbus Botanical Depot, and definitely check him out. CBDhempout.com. His name's Joe. Give him a call, 614-407-4420. Let him know that Antman sent you. But I don't know, man. I'll let you be the judge of it, man. But you guys have been tuning in to Antman Verses. I'm gonna do something special for you. We're gonna go bonus song tonight. We're gonna go a little bit past 10 o'clock for you. We're gonna do Douchebag Criminals coming back though.
Breaking the rules.
The rules. We're breaking the rules because I own this mother. No.
Rules? What rules?
And you know what? Just because. We're gonna get some gudger in here called Firestorm. There you guys go, man. That's the show. But before we go, we got douchebag criminals. Siobhan, you got our douchebag criminal of the week. What do you got?
I actually have two real quick here. So, a woman was so drunk that she not only went into the wrong house, but she ended up in the wrong bed. Police in Pennsylvania say a woman walked into a house after a night of drinking. She decided not to drive, and she walked into the wrong house and into the wrong bed. They found her sleeping in the bed, and she's charged with burglary and breaking into a house when someone was home and trespassing charges. Ain't that a shitty day?
That's an absolute shitty day.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, at least she didn't, like, strip down naked and, like...
And the thing is, she climbed in through a window. The owner noticed a window open and called the cops. That's how she got caught. She should have just used the door.
The house that me and my wife bought, I guess there's a neighbor in the neighborhood that got really shit-faced drunk and decided that they were going to go home, but they went home to the wrong house. And there was a huge drunken dispute, I guess, out in the front yard, and it led to one neighbor getting thrown down in a wet pile of grass in the front yard, and yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, apparently it happens every once in a while then.
I guess, yeah, I guess so, right? Coming to a neighborhood near you.
Right. And then the criminal of the week is a teenager who set fire to an ATM and then extinguished the flame with piss.
Wait, what?
After he got fired from his job. His own piss,
Of course.
of course, you know.
Couldn't be somebody else's. Piss.
Right. So after getting fired from his job at a factory, one young man decided to take his vengeance out on the world the best way he knew how. Surveillance footage from inside an ATM shows him, a 19-year-old man, carrying out his masterful plan for revenge. He uses a black marker to color over the lens of the camera. Then he takes out a hammer from his bag and starts smashing the ATM. Next, he draws out a container of lighter fluid and squirts it all over the ATM before setting it afire with a match.
Yes.
Yeah. So with the fire raging, he becomes concerned that the blaze could grow out of control. After blowing on the flames, and it of course doesn't work, he gets the better idea to unzip his pants and urinate on the ATM.
Yes.
He was arrested by police for the destruction of the ATM. The machine is reported to be worth around 120,000 yen. I don't know how much that is in American dollars, but U.S.
Siri.
dollars, but I'm guessing it's enough.
Hey Alexa.
Right? Yeah, so
Man, so that's our douchebag criminals of the week, man. Thank you guys so much for being part of the action, man. I want to really shout out to everybody, man, who's in the YouTube chat room right now. Rick Anvil, Jocelyn, everybody, man, my man Jeff Lynch. I want to shout out to Extreme Alchemy Radio. Coming soon, Antman Verses will be on the airwaves. You'll be able to catch me on TuneIn Radio app on Alchemy, extremealchemy.com. ExtremeAlchemyRadio.com, as a matter of fact. And it's going to be pretty awesome, man. I'm trying to get in the hang of it, trying to get in the swing of things, because I know they have a tight ship over there, so I'm going to tighten stuff up. So this will probably be the last show that I run over on. I don't want to piss anybody off over there. So
Probably a good idea.
So normally I don't run over past
Means you're
10.
going to have to not talk as much. Can you do it?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, I cannot. Shout out to all you guys, Extreme Alchemy Radio, Columbus Botanical Depot, ZTBmagazine.com, designs by Raw, my man Ryan Woods over there, and coldcockwhiskey.com/store to take your shot today. I will tune in with you guys next Tuesday, 8 p.m. In the meantime, be good to one another, and make sure you love someone, and don't go to bed angry.
And don't forget to love yourself.
Right. You gotta love yourself before you can love someone else.